Hey everyone, Paul Mendez here, and in this video I'm going to be going over how you can escape the vicious paycheck to paycheck cycle that a lot of people unfortunately find themselves in. And there's a lot of different reports out there, and one of them is as high as 75% of all Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So that means if an unexpected expense comes up, then they need to go into debt to pay that. So if you're one of those people, or if thankfully you're not, but you want to figure out how you never go back to that paycheck to paycheck cycle again, make sure you tune into this video because I'm going to be going over exactly how I was able to leave my 9-to-5, get out of that paycheck to paycheck cycle, and ultimately go into business for myself. And when I was in my 9-to-5 about 4 or 5 years ago, I remember always in the back of my head, I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know how. And I always knew that was the key for me because I never wanted to just be an employee and just make a steady income and always really be working for someone else's dream. I wasn't really passionate if it wasn't something that was really going to impact me. So if you're one of those people, or if you're just interested in what entrepreneurship can bring to you and how it can help you leave that paycheck to paycheck cycle where you're always waiting for that next money, you're always looking forward to the weekend where you can clock out of work. I'm talking a life like I've built for myself where I get to work on projects that excite me. I get to have the freedom where if I want to take a day off, if I want to visit family, it's there. And you can do the same thing. But you need to look at what type of income you can provide for yourself on the side. You do not want to leave your 9-to-5 right away. Once you've made your decision to leave, then that's when the work actually starts. Because if you just go and you quit your 9-to-5 job, that is so risky. Because if you don't have much of a savings cushion and you don't have any income coming in from another source like online income, you're going to be putting yourself in a position basically to fail. Now, I'm not saying failure is bad, but you need to be prepared and do this the smart way. So in order to do that, what you need to do is first focus on what type of business makes sense for you to start. And there's all these online gurus and there's so many different people out there telling you different methods to make money online. So it can be hard to really know what is actually legit. But what I'm going to be revealing is the real way to make money online, not a get-rich-quick scheme, not passive income, because in reality, unless you have a lot of money to invest, nothing is going to be passive at this point. It's going to take work. But hey, so does being in a 9-to-5 and having, your soul sucked from you every day and feeling like you're a prisoner. That takes work too. So it's up to you. Do you want to put the work into building your own income, your own business as your personal brand on the side? Or do you just want to say that's too hard and never go for it? So I'm sure if you're still in this video, you want to figure out how to do that. And then the next step is to decipher out of all those different methods online of people saying how to make money. There's people talking about affiliate marketing, real estate, passive investing. They're talking about drop shipping, building an e-commerce site, Amazon businesses. There's all these different things, but I'm going to be real with you. A lot of those different methods are just gurus selling you different systems, and they're selling you kind of that dream that you can just set up a store and all of a sudden you're going to be rich. That's really not how it happens. And I actually started my own drop shipping store about 4 years ago when I was trying to figure out the whole entrepreneurship thing. And it took so much effort and investment just to get everything up and running, all the tools, the system, the software. And then on top of that, when I finally got a sale, it only made me like, whatever, a few bucks of profit. I quickly realized that this was not going to be the answer. And I'm not saying it's not for specific people. If you have a passion and a specific product, go for it. But however, for most people, that's not the way to do it. And now I'm going to reveal the best way you can really leave your paycheck to paycheck cycle. That's through building an online service business. This means simply you provide a service for someone else online. And typically it's going to be a business owner, and you're going to be helping them with some sort of task or service that they don't have the time for or that they don't have the knowledge to do themselves. And really, it's not that difficult when you start to look at all the different tools that are out there to help you learn these different skills and services. So I'm talking everything from freelance digital marketing to copywriting to customer service to video editing, voiceovers. I mean, there's so many different online services you can provide, and I have a lot of videos on the channel breaking down some of the most in demand of those skills. But in reality, all you have to do is start doing some research, and you can pick up a skill such as digital marketing, whether it's like website design or online ad management like I do, and it can turn into a very profitable side income for you. So that's what I'm suggesting you do if you want to leave your 9-to-5 eventually. Don't quit right away. Start an online service business on the side. It takes zero investment. As opposed to all the other types of businesses, all you have to do is invest some of your time into building your online service business and go out there and get some clients. There's no investment in expensive technology, in specific hardware. Of course, you're gonna need a computer and an internet, but besides that, it really is just up to you. And then use the time that you do have. So for me, I had nights, I had weekends after my 9-to-5, and I would put in a few hours every night into really learning a skill. And eventually, once I had a couple clients, that's when I would start to wake up early, provide those services in the morning, then after work. And what I'm getting at here is you want to bring your side income, your side hustle, that online service business as high as what your 9-to-5 income is. So once you have that income, that monthly cash flow coming in, then once it surpasses your 9-to-5, then you're in a position to actually leave your 9-to-5 job so you can continue growing your service business. So not only can building an online service business where you're basically freelancing for companies, you're providing your services and you're getting paid online, not only can that provide you all the freedom that working from wherever you want gives you, but it can also give you the ability to make much more money than you were previously making. So this isn't, once again, a get-rich-quick scheme. This takes work, and obviously it makes sense to have some savings before you make that leap. At least 3 to 4 months of your monthly expenses. You want to have that in the bank just in case anything does slow down. But once you have that savings and once you have that online service business set up and it's bringing you money on the side, then you'll be able to start to really escape that paycheck to paycheck cycle. That's exactly how I did it, and you can do it in the most ethical way possible where you're not working on your business while you're at your 9-to-5. You just separate it. You dedicate a couple Netflix hours at night to building your business. And I'm telling you, it's the greatest thing you can do for yourself is to escape that cycle. Because once you do, everything that comes is such an added benefit to your life. I'm so happy I did it when I was still young. I didn't waste too much time in that corporate world where I knew I didn't want to be. My soul didn't want to be there. It wanted to get paid for the work I put in. It wanted to be able to spend more time with my family and my parents and just everyone in my life. And having a 9-to-5 just didn't allow me that. I barely had vacation, and even though I was doing work I enjoyed there, I knew I could make it bigger. I knew I could do more for myself. And I know if you're watching this video, you can do the same. So I'm suggesting that you go out there and you start taking some action. This is an zero investment business. You can go, you can start making money online as a side hustle. Once that gets bigger than your 9-to-5 income, now you are in the driver's seat. You can take control, and the best feeling in the world, you'll be able to fire your boss, go out to work on your own, make your own money, and build your own legacy. My name's Paul Mendez, founder of Profitable Freelancer, and until the next video, I look forward to your future success.